On. Hello, this is the Super Friends of Media. Not this podcast, because this is coming out on a Wednesday and the podcast comes out on Mondays.
Exactly.
This is Robbie. You know him from a previous Super Friends of All. So Robbie was on a Super Friends of Media episode, which never happened.
Yeah, well, things happen.
Yeah, things happen. But I was on the recently logged podcast that is in the top right-hand corner right now.
Wow.
And a link is in the description. That spent
Very useful.
I spent a little bit of that trying to work out. Wait, which corner is it? It is my left. My left, your right. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the thing of this video, the plot. Oh no, I forgot the word. The concept of this video. Sure, let's go with that.
Sure.
Is that I'm going to be talking about certain YouTube or various, not YouTube dramas, but sort of Twitter fandom-based dramas, so comic book fandom, film fandom, and he's a neutral to the comic book side, so we're going to be alternating between the two. I'm going to pretend I have a list right here, but today's been stressful and I forgot to, but I have them all here. Except the big one, which I'm sure I'll forget. Okay, so let's start with High Top Films. What's your opinion of him?
High Top Films. I'm just opinion about him as a person or his content or like his Twitter. I don't know.
His content, and then as we focus in, I'm sure we'll get to his Twitter.
Okay. His content, I hadn't been watching his videos for that long. You have a very good point. But I hadn't been watching his videos for that long. I think I watched Batman Does Not Kill. That was the first video I watched of his, of course, because that's his biggest video. But
probably his best.
I found it through the Film Hub podcast, which that was maybe like a little over a year ago that launched.
That was a while ago. I never watched it.
Yeah.
I know it existed.
Yeah, it's all right. But I watched that video and I really liked it. I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. And I've been watching his stuff ever since. I think since his Spider-Man PS4 video, I've been watching all of his videos since then. Yeah. And I don't know. I think the way he edits and writes his videos is very appealing to me, because that's the way that's kind of the style I want to do for my channel once I start uploading again. But I don't know. I watch his videos consistently every week, so if that says anything about what I think of his content.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think most people think I've got a hatred for him.
I thought you did.
Wrong. I don't hate him. I mean, there's many words that could describe my opinions of him, but I don't hate him. My most popular tweet is one in which I parodied his over-the-top reaction to Spider-Man Far From Home.
I know. I still can't believe it.
No, thing is, when I made that, I was surprised nobody had done that already. And I think from what I can tell, I was the first on that bandwagon to make edits like that. Yeah. I did that on PowerPoint in 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a PowerPoint filter. It's an image that I already had saved for another video. It was, and then I just used a slightly greenish filter on it that's on PowerPoint. And voila, popular tweet, bang.
Voila.
I can't believe that's almost my second most popular tweet. But,
oh, really?
Because the one that I said, she'd be a great She-Hulk, though, that's sneaking up on it.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that's worked. But yeah, I don't hate High Top Films. I
Okay.
just think he's a pretentious, insert whatever word you'd like to choose here.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you listened to his podcast yet? He just started doing a podcast, and I listened to the first episode, and
no, I
it's very interesting. It gave me a lot more perspective on how he perceives himself.
yeah.
Because he does say he's pretentious a lot, even in his videos.
Oh yeah.
So at least
I
he's
would not
aware
have
of
said
it.
I wouldn't have said it earlier had he not said. Because he said it a few times in a Houston podcast, which I did watch, that had
Yeah.
High Top on it. That was a good podcast.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Yeah, I had put off listening to it because it was just so long. But when I finally got around to it, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm forever looking for stuff on Spotify to download and listen to while I'm travelling, because I'm on the bus for, what, an hour? 6 hours a week.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, you can download the Recently Logged podcast while you take your journeys every single day. Spotify link below. But yeah, it's really fascinating. But
Yeah.
I think he knows he's this character, but
Yeah.
then I think his Twitter is a whole other ballpark. I like his content. I have watched everything he's done, no matter how much I'm gonna hate it. I watch it because I know I'm gonna hate it a lot of the time. Like, all the stuff he's done on Spider-Man. Yeah, I'll stop talking about Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man videos later. And 100 tweets. But the stuff I think will be good, I watch because I think it'll be good. The stuff that I think I'll hate, I watch it because I know it'll get me angry. And that's why I watch him.
I wasn't a big, one thing, I wasn't a big fan. I think one of the weakest videos I watched of his is actually his Far From Home video. It feels a lot more half-baked than a lot of his scripts usually do.
Look, it was a fine video, but it wasn't high top quality. It felt like he was buckling to the pressure of being expected to hate it as well.
Yeah, I don't know. That was one of his strangest. It felt very rushed in the pacing of the video itself and in the making of it. It felt kind of rushed.
Yeah, because he got that out in 3 days.
I know, it was
He
insane.
posted the thumbnail online, and then he got that out within 3 days. My Inhumans video, that only arose because of that popular tweet, took longer than that. That took about a week of on and off
Yeah,
work.
I know.
How he could get that out in 3 days, I never know. And I didn't even have a finished script for the Inhumans video. In retrospect, I wish I'd spent maybe a month on that, because it could have been something so good, and it just wasn't. I wasn't happy with that at all.
Yeah, it fell a little flat, but I did watch the whole thing.
Yeah, apparently there's a clip repeated twice, which I thought I'd make sure not to do that. But yeah, it was a bit flat. There clearly wasn't a polished script for it, and
yeah,
one day I'll go back and redo that video, because
I think
what. Go
on. I think one of my videos back on my older channel, my Spider-Verse review, I had just finished the 2-week early screening of it that I got to go to. That's the only pre-release screening I've ever been to in my life. But I immediately went home and cranked out a mediocre-ish review of it.
Yeah.
And for some reason it got a lot of views. I guess it was just because it was pre-release, but
yeah.
I don't know. It kind of felt like
videos,
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've watched that. It did feel like it was a bit rushed.
Yeah, not my best by far.
Even if you're 2 weeks ahead, I think it's worth sacrificing one of them weeks to be a week ahead and then get a really good video out.
Yeah, I think I was planning on doing a bigger video later. Yeah. I just didn't end up doing it because I was busy, but...
Yeah. Because, look, this was the issue, and this is an issue I've always had. You can see it. You definitely are aware of it. I set myself schedules. I set myself these things because I need to get making stuff. And then it got to a point recently where I can't do that. I can't fit to a schedule. So I'm gonna make a Super Friends Media video whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel up for it, and then I'm going to leave my personal alone for a bit, focus on this, try and get this to maybe 15, 20 subs by the end of the year, which I don't think is too much to ask. And then see, am I actually good at this? Is this something I should be pursuing? Or is this just me trying to do something that other people do?
Yeah. And that's kind of how it was back when I launched my channel. I had no clue what I was doing, so that was a while ago. But I'm trying to think. My channel took off way faster than I expected it to. I just got lucky, and I think my old channel, the one that I launched that while back, is almost around 200 subs now. I don't even want to upload on it anymore though, because I'm trying to separate myself from those older videos. Which my series was all right, but outside of that, most of it's pretty bad. But yeah, I think if you do it when you can, because back when I launched my channel, I did it maybe like once a month, just whenever I could or felt like doing it, and it ended up working out pretty all right for me. So
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if you could get this channel up to at least like 100 or something here in the next little bit.
Yeah,
if you keep releasing stuff a little every once in a while.
I'm trying to do slightly more clickbaity content. Not like clickbait, but titled content. So rather than the Super Friends of Media episode 16, no, the Super Friends of Media, the MCU Sony Spider-Man situation, or something like that. Something that's actually going to draw people in, rather than going, like
something more topical, kind of.
Yeah, and like, don't boycott Sony Spider-Man. That video I worked on for a few days, I think. And while the thumbnail is the worst thing I've ever made, actually, there's a story behind that thumbnail, and it's quite a short one. Like, I'm happy with everything I said there. But yeah, that thumbnail, I realised I'm posting this video in a day and I don't have a thumbnail. And I need to probably put something out. So I ran up here, sat here, camera there, and then just did this. No, it was with my phone. I took it with my phone. Hold on, I'm just going to have to put the mic here. It might be dodgy mic quality for a sec. But okay. I put my phone there. I was holding my phone like this, and I did this, and I managed to make it look like I wasn't taking a picture myself. And then I put an image in the bottom corner, and then right across the screen. That's a terrible thumbnail, but I love it. I just... At the end of the day, that thumbnail has brought me one freaking funny story. It's just... let's just post this. Let's post this. I'm sure Robbie will say hype or something.
Yeah, you pegged me, yeah.
But also, the quality of lighting in my room kind of ruined that one as well, which is fixed now because of a ring light, but...
Yeah,
the lighting quality will slowly improve as I learn how to use the ring light and where it needs to be positioned, and... I think I cut it, but one of the last things that almost made it into the video that came out Monday, came out Monday, is my cat walking in front of the light, and you can just see a tail shadow up here, and it's one of the funniest things. And my cat's right down here now, and yeah, that almost made it in, but I found a way of working around it.
Nice.
Because I try and do as much as I can in 1 or 2 takes. But obviously that's not always possible, but sometimes you only get 1 take because you think you've done it well at the time, and then when you get back to it and you go, yeah, that could have done with like 3 or 4 more takes. That was dreadful.
Yeah.
Anyway, High Top's Twitter, what's your opinions?
His Twitter, I don't know. I respect most of his opinions most of the time, but sometimes he needs to shut his mouth about some things.
My frickin' chair. Yeah. And I think I know what you mean when you say shut his mouth about some things. when you say you're not going to talk about Spider-Man anymore, why are you still talking about Spider-Man in every single tweet?
I don't know. I think part of it might be because he likes Spider-Man, and then another part of it might just be because probably with how big his channel has gotten, there's probably a little bit of pressure in his head to voice his opinion on it.
Thing is, he sort of became a meme. I actually think this is the video that blew him up. The Spider-Man Homecoming is a good film.
A good movie, but not a good Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he even makes fun of that in his Far From Home video, which is the only part that I like, where he said, "Oh my god, I can't believe I created that meme."
That was... I saw that meme... I think I saw that meme before I knew who High Top was, before I was watching YouTube, and I was like, what the heck?
No, I saw that meme. I'd seen a bit of High Top before then. But I saw that meme before I'd seen the video, before I'd even known the video existed. And then I think I asked Cap, and I think this was as recent ago as when we started the Super Friends of Media. I asked him in the chat, wait, where is this coming from? He goes, High Top Films. Wait, High Top Films? I thought it was cool. I thought I liked him. Yeah, that might have been as recent ago as last year that I found out about that. I was a year late after that.
Nice.
If I wanted to ruin the audio quality, I would go to his Twitter and have a look. Why don't I just go here? That's an idea, Luke. Let's go. I'm going to go have a look at his Twitter.
All right.
For someone who says they don't want to talk about Spider-Man anymore, we're gonna look at his last 5 tweets.
Oh man.
I don't follow High Top, so this might take more than. Because I don't
know. I'm trying to think. I've been on Twitter a couple times today. I haven't seen anything. I think he's posted maybe 3 times today or something. I don't know.
Oh, damn it. Okay, okay, so we've got... Oh, no! No, you know what? Today's the worst because of the Sony Marvel Spider-Man stuff. So
yeah.
So his last 2 tweets were on that Superman suit. And then before that, it's... Okay... Watching Stans act like Flash Thompson while pretending they're Peter Parker is truly the highlight of my time on Twitter. Hypocrite. Somebody has responded to something he said, saying, "Can't wait for 2021's when you make Spider-Man, insert title here, broke me." And his response to that was, "Nah, I meant what I said in the video. I ain't seeing it just so I can complain about it. That would be disingenuous of me and just douchey, hypocrite."
I don't know, man.
This is the only good tweet here.
What?
Oh no, I read the first half and went, huh. And then I read the second half and went, oh frick's sake. So, the first half of this tweet goes, "Thank God I never have to see hashtag save Spider-Man again, ... Wait for it. Until next time, Sony realizes they'll be fine without the mouse."
Oh man.
For heck's sake.
Yeah, see, tweets like that are a good example of what I was talking about.
Quit while you're ahead is the motto.
Exactly. Oh man. I don't know. I'm so split on my opinion of him as a person. Because I really respect his content that he makes. I feel like he puts a lot of his heart into it. But at the same time, the other half of his stuff is, I don't know.
He's just a bit douchey, isn't he? Like, he's fine. He's like, imagine in school, he's the type of person you're completely fine with, but you kind of, I'm going to stay away from them just because they're not... They exist,
exactly.
And I don't hate them, but I'm not going to really involve myself too much with them.
Yeah.
And I guess this kind of leads us on well to the next topic, because it does link in with High Top.
Okay.
So, what do you think of this? Today's news has caused a massive issue for this video, because I wanted to hear your opinions on the Sony Marvel Spider-Man stuff.
Okay.
Everything that's going on there. Are Sony greedy? Are Disney greedy? Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Even though the last podcast me and Kat did, actually one of my friends found, and she said I made some great points of why Sony weren't money grabbing. No, Disney weren't money grabbing. Which,
Oh, really?
in retrospect, I thought because I basically made the point, Disney offering to pay 50% for these, why shouldn't they get 50% back?
Yeah,
Fair.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't have a strong opinion either way during that whole
Yeah.
thing, just because I wasn't too invested in the
Yeah.
MCU Spider-Man. But that's just because I wasn't invested. A lot of people are.
Yeah. But, like, my point was that if a smaller company did what Disney are doing, there'd be nothing wrong with it. And
Exactly.
And if it's wrong for Disney to do it, then why isn't it wrong for everyone to do it? Yes, they've got billions of dollars, but every company's goal is to make money. So
Exactly.
why should they just pay $200 million every 2 years for a Spider-Man film and then get 10% of that, 10% of the profits? That was my stance on it.
I think I'm pretty happy with the deal that ended up coming out today.
Yeah.
I think it's all right, but yeah, I didn't have too much to say as far as that whole situation went.
Actually, the deal today was a lot more interesting than people are acknowledging.
I know. I was really surprised, actually.
No, they've said Spider-Man's the only character that will have the ability to be able to swap jump cinematic universes. So I think we're almost certain for a live-action Spider-Verse film. I think that's what's happening.
Probably.
Because if Disney are willing to go from 50% to 25%, there's got to be something big in there somewhere. So maybe a Tobey Maguire return for like a 2-part Spider-Verse film that
that would be
made
so
by
good.
Disney, one made by Sony.
Yeah.
I'd kill for that. And then, you could actually have Emma Stone play Spider-Gwen, and then you could have more of an emotional connection between Peter Parker and Gwen. Especially if one of the Peter Parkers is Andrew Garfield, who's definitely not coming back.
Yeah.
Even though, if he's being paid by Disney, I think it'll be fine. I think if he's confident that Disney are going to do this character right, then I think he will.
Yeah.
I think it's 50-50 either way, though. Depends how much control Sony has.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I think that's all I have to say. If I think of anything else, I'll loop back around to it somehow.
Okay.
This is one that's not really in the fandom. What do you think of live-action remakes?
Live-action remakes, just the concept of them, or like individual live-action remakes that I've actually seen?
Let's go concept first, and then maybe we can ease towards them.
Okay. I think the concept is interesting. It's very interesting to me that things, older movies or stories have been elevated in the culture so much that it would be financially beneficial to remake them. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I think it can go either way. It's so dependent on the script, how much they change, what they change, that sort of thing. Because I thought, let me think of a good example. I've only seen I don't know that I've seen any live action remakes outside of the Disney ones. So I've seen Dumbo and Aladdin. I didn't see Cinderella, which I've heard is not bad, but yeah, I don't know.
Fine.
Wasn't there another one that came out? Oh, The Lion King. I haven't seen The Lion King yet, which I've heard is rough. But
Yeah,
I think...
I was planning on seeing Lion King, but my friend cancelled.
Oh, that's sad.
You friend familiar.
But I think based off of Dumbo, which Dumbo, the live action remake, the interesting thing with that was they changed a lot of the elements to not make it exactly like the original one, but I'm not sure they changed it for the better. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the animated Dumbo to begin with, but I think it has an edge on the live action one. But I don't hate the Dumbo live action remake, even the concept of it, just because they did something newer with it. They did a different spin on it enough that I'm fine with it. I wouldn't say I like it, the fact that they did it, but I don't exactly hate it. So.
Okay.
But for the.
Oh, go on. Finish what you're saying. Sorry.
For the Aladdin live action remake, I don't think it's kind of the opposite of the Dumbo one, where I think I rated the Aladdin one higher just because it was a bit more competent as an actual like film. It had a bit better screenplay and such, but it's such an odd thing to compare it to the old animated one just because it doesn't measure up like very well at all. Yeah. And I think with the Aladdin one, they would have just been better off leaving it or leaning more into, which I thought they were going to do originally, leaning more into the Broadway musical one, the Broadway musical Aladdin, which would have been really interesting to see as a movie, which I thought they were going to do originally because I think I had seen on IMDb the cast had some of the characters that are exclusively in the musical listed, but they went away after a little bit, so I don't know if that was a plan originally or anything like that.
I think that was just placeholder.
Yeah, probably. But you were going to say something.
Yes. So my take on is, as good or as bad as they are, these films, when they came out, less so Dumbo and the Nutcracker, had a massive... Oh. Yeah. Massive... Go on.
Was Nutcracker a live-action remake of something? Was there an animated one? For the Four Realms? No, I don't think so. Oh. It might be based off of a book or something. So, I don't know. But go on.
Yeah. So, all of these films... Aladdin, Cinderella, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast all had a massive cultural impact when they were released, and had a massive impact that lasted through until probably early 2000s. And I think it's good that Disney, and as money-grabbing intents go, I think this is the best way of explaining it off, is that to be able to offer this generation the chance to have those moments, like to see Mufasa die, in an interpretation that feels more modern. I don't think you can take away that importance. Obviously, they're not great. They're fine. But
yeah, most of them are just mediocre to kind of.
None of them are horrible, but none of them.
Yeah,
are good.
I haven't seen. I watched.
Wonderland's dreadful.
Oh my goodness! I watched Alice in Wonderland for the first time. I think it was a couple months ago. I was dying the whole time I watched it.
Yeah, I can't sit through it.
I don't know how because my brother Micah, he really likes, well, not really likes, but he likes those movies, like both of the live action Alice in Wonderlands, and I don't know how. Yeah, I can barely sit through them.
Tell Micah I'm judging him.
I'm gonna have to see what he rated them after this.
I can do it now if you want. No,
sure.
It's on my phone. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Damn it. But yeah, I will have a look as well. I don't follow him on the Letterboxd.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I don't know.
I think he follows
most of the time when he logs something, I log it too because we watch a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious because our mom got a Letterboxd and her feed is just 2 sets of the same movie in like rows whenever we watch something. And I was like, oh, that's nice. But yeah.
My Letterboxd is pretty much Okay, so what have I done this month? So I reviewed Love, Simon, and I reviewed it a 4.5 out of 10, and I gave it a review of some sort. And then
Yeah.
a few days later, I've thought about it more, and I've gone, I'm going to change my review of Love, Simon. And then a few days later, I keep changing it, and now it's at a 5-star, and it's the perfect film. And why can't I rate it a 5.5 star? Which, if you, I'm not sure if you saw this message, but if you ever talk about that or Muppets Most Wanted or any other Muppets film, I want on.
Yeah, no, I'll have to. I still haven't seen Love, Simon, just because of the topic of it. When it did come out, I was 15 or 16, and my parents wouldn't have let me watch it. I could probably watch it now, but I don't know. I'll probably get around to seeing it someday, just out of curiosity, because you seem to like it so much. But yeah, if we ever end up doing it on the podcast, I'll be sure to send you a message.
Yeah, same
so you
with
could
Muppets
come on
Most
too.
Wanted. I really want to talk about that because Muppets History, which is an account I follow, have been talking it up really, really heavily, and have actually made me think about it way more positively. I think it's gone
really?
I think it's gone from like a 3.5 star to a 4.5 for me.
Nice.
Which is like Muppets History have just sort of gone, well, yeah, that it kind of is on par, if not only slightly worse than the 2011 Muppets. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually moves us on well as well.
Okay.
What do you think? Okay, so I'm told this all the time. That I shouldn't base my opinions around somebody else's review. However, my perception of that is, well, these reviews are offering new ideas, new ways of perceiving things that make me like something more or less. What do you think?
I've actually been accused very often from being influenced by other people's opinions, especially when it comes to film reviews. And I think I kind of land where I want to read a review on a film after I watch it. Not before, because before it'll skew my viewing of it. I try not to look at anything before I watch a movie, but afterwards I'll try and find, because I follow a lot of people on Letterboxd. I try and find someone I follow who rated it really high, or someone that rated it really low, and then read their reviews on it and try and balance it out. Yeah, I try and see how much of their opinions I agree with myself, because some of them are more experienced at dissecting film than I am, because I've only been doing it for a year or so, and so I try and get outside opinions, but not base my opinion just because they said it, but because I think it through and agree with it is kind of where I land.
Okay, so I can loop. See, I've become really good at looping things back. The biggest film where, look, I'll give one example of one side of this for me and one side of the other. One film that I've read countless bad reviews for, and I still love it. Spider-Man: Far From Home. It's not surprising that I've read a lot of bad reviews for it. Everyone on my Twitter timeline seems to hate it.
Yeah, you know what? Go on. I'm not going to share my opinion on Far From Home yet.
You're not huge on it, are you?
I think I rated it. What did I rate it? I think I rated it 3.5. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I respect it, because it's a pretty solid film. But none of the MCU Spider-Man films I've been that big of a fan of. But I don't think they're bad.
Yeah.
So.
They're just bad Spider-Man films.
Exactly.
Sorry, High Top, if you're watching. We're both super fans. Please invite us on your whatever, whatever.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, I love them, and nothing I've ever read has been able to sway me. However, a few films that I've been massively swayed on. Iron Man 3, I wasn't a fan of.
Oh, really?
Because Yeah, because I'd watched bits and pieces of the Iron Man cartoon, and I really liked the Mandarin the way the Mandarin was. And obviously we're going to get the real Mandarin in Shang-Chi, but at that point there was no real Mandarin. What we got was the real Mandarin.
Yeah,
So this is based off then.
I've never seen any Mandarin stuff outside of Lego Marvel and then Iron Man 3. So, yeah.
Yeah, don't. Mandarin sucks. But still watch Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Because if anyone can nail the Mandarin, the goofiest character in the world, it's going to be the MCU.
Yeah.
I did not like it, but I was young. I was quite young when that came out.
Yeah.
That was 6
man.
years ago.
Yeah, no. Because I remember in Walmart, I kept walking in, and there was this ginormous Iron Man 3, like, poster hanging, like, on the Coke thing that they have up in the front, the Coke displays. And I'm like, what's that? I didn't even know what Marvel was back then.
Yeah.
Because I had never... I think I watched my first MCU movie, like, 3 years ago.
Oh, no, I've got a whole story. So... the first MCU film I watched, it might have been the second, but I wasn't particularly aware of it being in the MCU, was Captain America: The First Avenger, and that was my favourite MCU film at the time. And the first MCU film I saw in cinema was The Avengers, but at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger, there's that tease that said, "Oh, Captain America will return in The Avengers." I then leaned over, asked my dad, "Who is Avenger?" Because, it's all these individual characters. I never really thought of that as a team-up. I just thought, it's another character that links to all these other characters. And then one day they're going to team up. Who's Avenger?
That's pretty good.
No, this would have been 2000. Oh, okay, I was young. Okay, I was half my age.
Oh, okay.
2011, I was half my age.
That's a little more forgivable.
I still remember that because it was permanently burned onto my brain that I said that.
I think the first MCU movie I saw in theaters was actually Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Because I think Guardians of the Galaxy came out and my sister went and saw it with her boyfriend. And I wanted to go see it too, but since it was PG-13, I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
But by the time 2 had come out, I think like a month after it came out, I was on a Marvel or like a Disney cruise, and they were showing it in the theater, and I'm like, oh, that's great, because by that time I had watched the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I really loved it. I still love it. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I prefer 2, but...
Yeah, but I watched 2 in theaters, and that's like probably still one of my favorite movies to this day, just because that was some of my favorite theater experiences.
Yeah, I've watched most so theater-wise, I didn't watch any up until the Avengers, and then I was taken to Avengers because all of the May ones. My birthday's April 30th, and they will come out around April 26th over here, so I get quite, it's perfect time to go for a film and maybe pizza for my birthday.
Exactly.
So 2012, age 9, I went to see the Avengers. I got, and I was the only kid that came out and went, I want a Hawkeye bow and arrow. Still love Hawkeye.
I just picture you like leaving the theater. I want a Hawkeye bow and arrow. Dude, I would have killed for a bow and arrow back when I was that age.
It was like, it basically, you stick the thing over the pole and then you pull it back and it shoots air, which pushes the foam dart. And then I think I saw Thor Ragnarok. I didn't see Iron Man 3. I remember I saw one of Iron Man 3 or Thor Ragnarok. I can't remember which.
Wait, didn't The Dark World come out before Iron Man 3?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay,
Did I say Ragnarok?
Yeah, you said Ragnarok. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah, because there's only one Thor film, sorry.
Yeah.
But, so I saw Iron Man 3 and The Dark World. I saw one of them that year. They were both 2013.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy with my granddad. And, you know, I was quite young then. I 11.
Yeah.
I came out of that and told my granddad, wow, there was a lot of swearing in that. He said, a-hole isn't a swear word.
You seem to have the greatest exchanges when you leave the theater of a Marvel film.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I finish watching a Marvel film, I have had a few good ones. I will get to more, because I think this is where we're heading with this.
Yeah.
Despite not wanting to. Because this is... I'm just finding fun in this.
Yeah.
So, I might have watched Captain America the Winter Soldier in cinema. I might not have. I think I did, and then I left, and we were in like a mall or something. We came out into a mall, and then I was asking about, there was Guardians of the Galaxy Lego sets. So is there any Captain America the Winter Soldier Lego sets? Because I preferred Captain America the Winter Soldier. At the moment they were about on par, and I was looking around, and I was looking through all the shops, and I was looking online, and I couldn't find anything. And then I found this. Hold on. Which is a super rare Bucky Barnes polybag figure. I've got 2 mini microfig Ant-Mans, and that came out the year after. That came out 2015.
Yeah.
I spent years, a year of searching for anything Captain America Winter Soldier, and there's nothing.
Oh man.
And that hurt me. I've just knocked Joker down. Oh no, everything's going wrong. Oh no. Okay, that's better. So yeah, I think I saw that. I'm still not 100% sure though. And then I saw, cause you know, another birthday present. Oh, I'm seeing Avengers: Age of Ultron. I loved it at the time.
Yeah.
It's fine at best.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. That's how I need to watch not the first Avenger, but the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Because I only have seen it once, and I've only seen the Winter Soldier once too.
Oh, you need to see the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I need to watch both of those again, because before Infinity War was rolling around, my mom got interested in watching all of the MCU in order. So
I could never do that. Because if I was to do that, what I'd do is go, skip Iron Man 1, skip Iron Man 2, skip Thor 1. So it'd be Captain America the First Avenger, the Avengers, Guardians 1, Cap 2. I'd probably skip Iron Man 3. Just if I'm skipping the first two, why not skip?
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're gonna skip the other ones, why not?
And then I'd watch Avengers: Age of Ultron just because it's an Avengers film, and you know.
Yeah.
Watch Ant-Man. I don't know. You know, bit of fun.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, but you know, it's not bad. But,
I think it's fine. It's fun. It's a fun movie, but.
And then I'd go Winter Soldier. Skip Doctor Strange because it's fine. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Even though I have a Doctor Strange Funko there. Somebody spent £15 on that for me. And then Spider-Man. Actually, 2017 was the best Marvel year because we had Homecoming, Guardians 2. We had Guardians 2, Homecoming, Ragnarok.
Oh really? That was all in one year?
Yeah, I've watched that whole year. And then Black Panther, Infinity War. I might have missed a year. No, I didn't.
I think Black Panther was the second MCU movie I watched in theaters. We went and saw it like opening night.
Yeah.
In a big I think that was IMAX. Dang, we spent a lot of money if that was IMAX. I think no, because the only IMAX movie I've seen is, oh my gosh, it's the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you.
That's the only movie I've seen in IMAX. My
I've
sister's
not seen any film in IMAX.
my sister's theater troupe was doing Beauty and the Beast that year, and she was going to go see it. I'm like, oh, I want to go see it too. And they ended up getting IMAX tickets for everyone. And I was like, what the heck?
The only thing no, I think I might have seen one thing in IMAX, but I might have seen Age of Ultron. No, I didn't see Age of Ultron in IMAX because there was a story around that one, but we'll get there. No, I don't know. The only thing I've almost seen in IMAX, as far as I'm aware, I was minutes away from going to see the Inhumans first 2 episodes in IMAX. I was minutes of taking an hour bus up to the closest IMAX theatre so I could see that turd.
Oh man. That would almost be as disappointing as going and seeing the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
That's worse.
Oh man.
First 2 episodes of the Inhumans. Have you seen it?
Yes, I only watched the first 2 episodes, I think.
I sat through the whole thing. Every single episode. And I wanted to drop off, but there were certain people in my house that enjoyed it.
Oh man. No. Oh no.
And it's on Amazon Prime. And I refuse to watch it.
I don't think I'll ever go back and watch it. Maybe I'd watch the first episode to give a refresher to myself on how bad it was, but I don't know.
There was one good scene. And I think I might have spoken about it in my Inhumans video.
I think so.
You know, the heartbeat, where, that scene, that's in the feels. The great scene.
Yeah.
Only good scene in the entire show. Even then, it was shot badly and it was awful. It just made my heart go the feels.
I think I remember the editing being so awful in the first episode. This was before I was like into criticizing editing.
Yeah,
I remember it being awful. I'm like, why does this feel so bad?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah.
It's not good. Okay, so Age of Ultron, that I actually went to. So shortly before that, I'd made 2 new friends, Charlie and Mujahid, who they were my 2 best friends at the time, and they'd been my 2 best friends since March. So about a month.
Yeah.
About a month and a half. So I went with them. I watched it with them. They both enjoyed it. They, whatever. Within 2 months, both of them had moved schools.
Yeah.
And one of them moved, and I hadn't even been made aware of it.
Oh man.
I just walked in one day and asked, where's Mujahid? oh, he's gone? He's moved to London?
Oh my gosh.
And he had moved a week after we'd seen Age of Ultron in the cinema. Man. I guess that's how bad he thought it was.
He was like, I gotta get out of here.
He liked this. Yeah. So
that would be I should write a comedy skit based off of someone going and seeing like Beauty and the Beast in theaters with their friend and then moving somewhere afterwards. Oh, that would be good. That would be funny. But
let's source this show.
Oh man.
But okay, so what was the next film out? Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it was Captain America: Winter Soldier and then Doctor Strange. There's so many of these things. Almost like they're oversaturating the market. They're not.
No.
I don't think they are. If you want to see something else, you can see something else.
That's true. Definitely.
Okay, so Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I think I went with a friend. I went for my birthday. There isn't really a story behind this one. Same with the other one that year, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I can't even remember going to see that. I just know I did.
It's a very forgettable movie. Sadly.
2017. That was a good year. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, for my birthday with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum took us, so she was in there with us. So this is when I was first getting into film reviewing, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hear out how stupid this sounds. So in the intro, I laughed until tears, like the Baby Groot dancing bit.
Yeah.
I cried twice during the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, one of 3 films I've ever cried for: Rogue One, that, and the Hawkeye, a Black Widow scene in Endgame.
Oh,
Didn't cry
man.
anywhere else, but the Hawkeye Black Widow scene, that got me, because I liked Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I knew Black Widow was gonna die. I was spoiled, but.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, no, I did go see it opening night because I was like, it's gonna get spoiled for me if I don't go and see it opening night, and I knew that, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, it got all that response from me, and then I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
I think I gave it 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I
wasn't.
I was edging between 3.5, 4 though.
Oh, I was edging, but I put it down at a 3. It's down at a 3 for 1 point for me, and I love it now. It's 4.5. But 2017, I had 2 really, really fun DC film experiences.
I don't think. No,
Wonder
I have
Woman.
seen. Yeah, that's one of the ones I've seen. I haven't seen very
Wonder
many
Woman.
DC films.
I turned up. 90% of the seats were booked.
Oh,
I
really?
walk in. There's nobody in there. The trailers start going. There's nobody there.
Oh my gosh.
The film starts. There's nobody there. I put my legs up.
Yeah.
Nobody there. Yeah. So it was almost completely booked out.
Oh my
except
gosh.
the best seat in the room. And so I watched it without anyone else in there. And also Justice League later on that year. My friend, let's call him. What fake name can we give him? Let's call him Jackson.
Okay.
It's a very precise fake name, isn't it? He ain't gonna watch this. So he spent the whole time on his phone, and all I wanted to do was whack it out of his hand.
Wait, at Justice League?
Justice League, yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. I was like, how could you in Wonder Woman, but yeah, in Justice
Wonder
League.
Woman's dreadful. I don't know who.
I don't know, man. I haven't been I need to watch. I thought Wonder Woman was fine. It wasn't fantastic.
I loved it at the time. I rated it 4.5 stars at the time.
Oh, really?
It's now at 2.5.
I think I have it at
3.
3 or 3.5, I believe now.
I would check now, but my phone.
Yeah. But
Bonus
the only other DC film I've watched besides, I guess, Teen Titans Go to the Movies counts. Which I loved that movie. I have it on Blu-ray over there. But other than that, I think...
bought it. Fine.
Yeah. But I think Justice League is the only other one I've seen that's DC. I just haven't watched.
That's dreadful.
Yeah. Or no, I did watch, I guess, Dark Knight, but that's not DC EU at all. That's more film bro than anything.
Ugh. I don't like pretentiousness, and yet I am incredibly pretentious.
Become the thing you swore to destroy.
Yeah. No, I've always been pretentious, but eventually I just started to swear to destroy it. Hashtag down with high top.
Oh man.
If we can get that trending by Tuesday night, I will do another video of someone's choosing. I don't really care what. But if we can get it trending by Tuesday night, even though this is coming out Wednesday, and, Tuesday night is already gone. It was in fact 24 hours ago. Cool.
I hope it happened.
I will post one tweet about it Tuesday afternoon. I will not give any context.
It'd be pretty good.
I may make one tweet once we are done, and if people take it seriously, I'm going to be peeved.
So, do you want to get back to the questions? You said you had another one, and we're almost at the hour mark now. We're getting pretty close.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Fun.
I figured we should probably get back to that. I don't know how many more questions you had, though.
I had, so, I have two more.
Okay.
And they're both pretty much tied together. One of them we just touched on there, so sliding right into that one. What's your opinion on, like, film bros and pretentious sort of film critics?
Just on it in general, just pretentiousness.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, to a certain extent, anyone who studies film can be perceived as pretentious.
Yeah.
But some people, I don't know, man. I think if you're aware of it, I don't mind it very much. Like, I'm aware I'm a little pretentious. I like artsy films. I like a lot of artsy films, what most people would consider artsy.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed 2001, which Micah, he doesn't even want to watch it because he thinks he'll be bored the whole time. Have you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
No, I haven't, but I would have soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bought the Blu-ray of it a while back just because I had heard it was really good. And it's the first Stanley Kubrick movie I ever watched. And I watched it alone just at like midnight on my TV, and I really loved it. But so I think to an extent I'm kind of pretentious, but I feel like I'm aware of it enough. Or I think that I'm aware of it enough. That's nice. That I hope I don't bother anyone. Whenever I see someone who really likes kind of more film bro pretentious movies like Pulp Fiction or what's another really pretentious movie to like?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Okay, I thought The Dark Knight was overrated a little bit.
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I guess I just like Christopher Nolan enough that I really like it.
Yeah, my dad rammed those films down my throat and continue to this day. Actually, I've just realised I've now got two more to ask you. So let's move on from that one.
Okay.
So what do you think of comic book films that try and deny that they're comic book films? So like the Joker, this isn't a comic book film. This is no comic book film. Sorry, you are exactly a comic book film.
It's literally a film based off of a comic book. It's a comic book film. I'm trying to think of another example of one that's kind of like, I guess, see, would you consider... would you...
Thing is, I had to write that this side and then copy it on the back. How'd that show up? That show up well?
It's backwards, but yes, I can read it.
Did it flip it? Did it?
Yeah.
See, my camera flips everything I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, no, I can read it.
So this camera, I have to write things on one side and then do it on the other if I want to show a bit of paper to camera.
So, what was that?
Oh no, he's gone. Oh no, where'd my friend go?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I was like, it started like beeping there for a second, and you cut out, and then stopped beeping, and you came back in. Did you just pause it or something?
I got the perfect pause on your face, and you were so happy. And I tried to take a picture, but you came back just in time for me to not.
Nice. So what would you consider? So you're saying like, what do I think about films that deny that they're comic book films?
Well, films that deny what they are.
Okay. So,
this is most prominent in the comic book film genre.
Give an example of like one that you would think besides Joker, because I'm not sure how comic booky it is.
So, let's say, okay, back to this one because this is the one that sticks out in my head the most.
Okay.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan never wanted to make a comic book film. He said this multiple times. He never wanted to make a comic book film.
Yeah.
That's why he made The Dark Knight.
Exactly.
you made a comic book film. Stop acting like it's any more than a comic book film. Comic book films do not have to be trash. They are their own genre. Can you just stop taking, like, the whole genre as a joke? Because it's not. Yes, there's been bad films of this genre.
Oh, there have been
films
very
in
bad.
every genre.
Yeah, I was about to say there's bad films in every genre, no matter what.
Yeah, just because, like, comic books are cheesy.
Oh, yes.
And it's about finding that midpoint. James Gunn has mastered that. Taika Waititi did that very well. So you have to find that midpoint between comic book cheesiness and, you know, a real decent film.
Yeah.
But you cannot deny that it's a comic book film if you want to make it great.
Are you a fan of the Sam Raimi movies at all? The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy?
They're fine. I don't have an issue with them.
Okay.
I hate the fans.
Those are, the fans are a little obnoxious, a lot obnoxious. But I love those. Those are some of my favorite movies. And I think those, well, this is just me because I really like those movies. I think those strike a really good balance between the cheesiness of comic books and... Yeah,
I think I can agree with that.
Yeah. But you're saying, like, The Dark Knight, I don't know. It is... If you were to take he did such a strange thing in taking Batman, Batman is such an interesting character because he can range in so many different things, as proven by many, many different incarnations of him.
A lot of people, especially comic book fans, like the bigger comic book fans, do not like The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The more you've read Batman, the less you like The Dark Knight.
And see, because
it's because it's the least Batman. It's not a Batman film, really. That's why everyone's excited for Matt Reeves' films, because that's Batman. Batman is not a detective in The Dark Knight as much as, you know, he tries to make it. Oh no.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I did not like The Dark Knight Rises, but outside of that, I don't mind the Dark Knight movies just because that was my first interaction with Batman, like, ever. At all. Yeah. So I thought they were fine. I could see if you have an issue, like if you're a huge Batman fan and you're not a huge, like, Christopher Nolan fan, I could see how you would not like them probably. Because it's true, it doesn't really lean into the Batman-ness. It's not really a great Batman movie. But I think it's fine as it is. But
it's a good movie, but it's not a good Batman movie.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know if that's a good answer or not.
That's fine. Okay, last one. I'm tired.
Okay.
We'll probably get through this one in 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah. I was about to say, how late is it there now?
It's 10:30.
Oh, okay. I was worried it was like 11 o'clock and I was keeping you up.
Nah, it's 10:30 in the evening, but for as long as we're done by at 11.
Yeah.
I think that's still uploading. I think I'm up until this is... it has finished uploading.
I was about to say, your video quality got a lot better, like, halfway through this, and I was like, the video must have stopped uploading.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's definitely that.
So, the last question.
One. This will probably be one of the longer ones we talk about, but as long as you stay focused...
yeah.
So, Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars.
The fans, so I want to talk about Star Wars since the Disney takeover and everything that's happened there. So, the fans, the films, the funnies, I couldn't think of another F word. That wasn't rude.
Oh, man. I think...
Funko
Pop. So just after... after the Disney sequels, like starting at The Force Awakens?
Yeah, starting from the Disney takeover onwards.
Okay. just my opinion on how it is now.
Everything.
Well, keep in mind, the first time I ever watched... Actually, the first time... I think that was the first time
Wait, hold on.
What?
Do you like the prequels?
I haven't seen them in a while. They were alright, I guess. Not bad.
Okay.
Not great.
Okay, keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep on with what you're saying.
So since I was probably 5 or so, I wanted to see Star Wars, but I wasn't allowed to until I think when I turned 13 or 14, I was finally allowed to watch it, and I sat down and watched A New Hope and loved it, and then the next couple nights we watched the rest of the original trilogy. So my childhood built up a lot. That was the first... I take it back. Last Crusade, the Indiana Jones Last Crusade was the first edgier, not kids movie I was allowed to watch, even though that's not really that edgy. So Star Wars was one of the first experiences I had outside of kids movies. So I really like the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But I think the prequels I watched maybe a year later with my brother, and he watched, oh my gosh, we watched Attack of the Clones 16 times, and I don't know why he likes that movie so much. I used
to love it just because of the final fight, and it was a great level to play on Lego.
Oh yes, the Lego Star Wars level for that is...
Yeah, because you could endlessly kill droids, which is all I ever wanted. All I wanted was just waves and waves of droids to come at me. I didn't care about the level.
I know.
Go on, send in more droids, send in more stormtroopers. I want to kill them all.
That was my favorite
storyline crud.
That was my favorite. I actually played, I think I played the Lego Star Wars game before I even watched any of the movies, and I didn't know what was going on most of the time. But yeah, that used to be one of my favorite levels.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got on a big rant on why I liked Star Wars, the original ones, so much, which I revisited. I haven't seen The Return of the Jedi since that initial viewing 4 or so years ago, so I don't really know about that one, but I watched Empire and A New Hope recently, and I still like it, so I think I watched The Force Awakens in theaters, but I do not remember any of it from back when I saw it. So I don't really have an opinion on it. I've heard it's all right. So I don't know. What do you think of it?
So The Force Awakens?
Force Awakens. What do you think of it?
Yeah, Force Awakens. So The Force Awakens I loved at the time, and now it's pretty good. It's
okay.
fun.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how well this translates, but the best way I could put it is it's pretty decent. Which, it sounds like a bad way of saying it, but it's pretty decent.
No, I say that all the time. In my family, I say...
It's a very British thing to...
I'm oh yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. And they're like, you didn't like it? I'm like, no, I like it.
It's pretty decent.
It's decent.
No, it's solid. It holds up.
Exactly. That's if I think I rated
it's
something. I think I rated something 3 or 3.5, and I'm like, is pretty decent. It was fine.
Oh, I'd say 4 out of 10 is pretty decent.
Yeah, no, but around there.
3.5 is about that, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, why didn't you like it? I'm like, no, I loved
it.
Exactly.
If anytime I say it on Twitter, because it's the most British way you can review something. Oh, it's pretty decent, No, not many Americans use that phrase. So you get bombarded with people going, oh, how come you didn't like this universally-liked thing? I said E.T. was pretty decent.
Oh, man.
And you were going, what? As if I just, called for the end of a country. I called E.T. pretty decent.
I don't remember E.T., man.
I deleted that tweet.
Really?
Tweet. No, it was really early on. I had 25 followers, and they were all discussing film people, because I used to work with them.
Oh, really?
I made a few. Yeah, I should have stuck around. I really wish I'd put in the extra hours and stuff.
Oh man, that would be great because they've gotten really big since then.
Yeah, but thing is, this is I'll tell you after I finish recording.
Okay.
But there's something big that happens behind discussing film that they don't want you to know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll tell you that after we finish. Yeah, I worked with them. I did, basically, what I did with discussing film was I direct messaged everyone, and I got their out of 10 score on each MCU film. This was big. This took me a few months to get.
Oh yeah, no, that would be a lot.
I got everyone's review score for each one, and then I compiled everyone's Iron Man 1 into an average, and then I compiled everyone's Hulk into an average. I never spoke about Hulk earlier. It's probably because I didn't see it until, 2015. And then I got an average for each film before Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
2 months. And then I tried to get everyone to write, a little paragraph review for each one. A Cap agreed to do a little paragraph for both the first Avenger and Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
He then gave me 4 A4 pages worth.
Oh my gosh.
Which I couldn't use because it's too big, and that's like one review in itself. And he'd put all that work in, and I said, you should just post that on Discussing Film on the website. What used to be the website, at least. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. I'm
not sure either.
But it was a WordPress. I still have access to it. Someone maybe want to remove me from that.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah, but he never posted it, and that looks like it's days of work.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why he hates me. Maybe that's why my co-host hates me.
I don't think he hates you.
No, he doesn't.
But, yeah, man. I don't know. If you asked me to write, a paragraph about La La Land or Paddington 2 or something, a film I adore, I would probably write end up writing a 4-page thing on it, because I would get on one thing and then I'd be like, oh, it's so great, and then I'd keep going.
But I want to elaborate on that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think what was written there sucked, but I think the concept for an article could go way further.
Yeah.
To compile everyone, because I got everyone's averages. Pineapple, do you remember him?
I do not, no.
He was Uber Batman v Superman fan, #release Snyder Cut guy.
Oh.
I got his opinions on the MCU. They were compiled in. They dropped everything by a mile.
Oh, man.
I think Captain America Civil War dropped one whole point alone because of him.
Yeah, that's probably how it would be if I did it too. I really don't like. Which one did you say? You said Civil War? Yeah. Yeah. That's probably one of my least favorite superhero movies. But.
Yeah. But if I find the article, I'll send it to you, because I don't know. I might send it to you in the morning. I don't know.
Okay.
Back to Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a documentary type approach on this. After The Force Awakens, everyone loved The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And then it just hit a point, a month after it came out, when nobody did. Everyone just started turning on it, and I never understood it. Anyone who liked it was sent death threats.
Oh man.
I've been sent so many death threats in my life.
Dang.
You would not believe. Yeah, it's funny. I laugh at them. But so, and then, okay, let's move on to Rogue One.
Okay. Oh.
And then The Last Jedi is where we start talking about the fans.
I forgot about Rogue One. I think I saw
a film I've seen at midnight.
I think I saw that in theaters. I want to say I did. I've seen it at least 2 or 3 times. Yeah. I actually, I don't know if you watched that video I did with Drew. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but me and him did a Star Wars video where we covered the movies one by one, just summing up our thoughts on them. It was our favorite scenes from each of the movies, and I did Rogue One.
Yeah.
So I revisited that pretty recently. That was like a couple months ago. But I don't know. You said you liked Rogue One, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's in my top 10 favorite films of all time.
Oh really?
It's the first film I ever saw at midnight, and I loved it. I think I loved everything about it.
Oh wow.
It was. I think that is in one of the 3 films that I cried up at. I teared up at. Chirrut Imwe's death. That actually got me. To the point where I bought a Funko. He's in my Funko wall.
Oh nice.
Thing is, I planned on Jim Henson being my last Funko, and then I started building this wall, and now it's never gonna end.
That's kind of how I feel with mine by now, because I think I have. Yeah, my Funkos are over there. I have 2 of the 10-inch ones, like the big ones. I have a Hulkbuster and a Demogorgon of the bigger ones. Yeah. And then I got 2 of the, I forgot about that. I got 2 of the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout Disney Park exclusive ones. So I have the golden collector, like the collector from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I have Rocket with one of the Walkmans in his hand. So...
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So Star Wars?
Yes, Rogue One. What did I think of it? Or...
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I don't know. I think it felt... I would lump it in with kind of how I feel about the prequels, where it definitely wasn't something that I hated, but it wasn't something that I loved either.
Yeah.
I was kind of just sort of bored most of the movie. As much as I was super hyped for it, actually. This was actually back when I had first been allowed to go on the internet at all. So I was watching like Rogue One trailers, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. And then I watched it, and I don't know, it just kind of, I don't know if I was overhyped for it, but I wasn't a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I quite liked it. I bought a Lego U-Wing.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's one of the best recent Lego Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I bought the tank, which I actually have here because it came with Chirrut Imwe.
Oh, nice.
That's the only reason I got that set, because I wanted Chirrut.
Yeah.
I stole my brother's Baze Malbus. I remember all the characters' names. Most films don't remember anyone's name. I could name you any character in that film.
Well, I'd hope so, if it's one of your favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most people go, oh, there was the Asian guy and the Asian blind guy and the gun guy and the...
Yeah.
The Cassian Andor. He's getting a TV show, right?
Yeah, Cassian, that's the interesting thing, is I liked the characters for the most part. I just thought the script on the whole was kind of weak.
Yeah, and he needed another 6 months of, like, everything.
Oh,
A
yes.
bit more just redrafting. But I love it. I know it's not great.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I think if I were to...
I'm not deluded.
If I were to rate it again, I would probably give it, like, 2.5, just because I don't not like it. I think it's fine, probably. It's shot pretty well.
Yeah.
The action is pretty good in it. Just thematically, it's kind of incoherent, and all of the characters, I don't know, it needs a lot more development than it got.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to talk about Solo. So the last one we're going to talk about is The Last Jedi, and then we're going to talk about the fandom, and then we're going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Or find that discussing film article and then go to sleep.
So what did you say was next? It was
Last Jedi and then the fans.
Last Jedi. Oh, what an interesting topic. Trying to think. So
okay, what's your opinion on it? Like 3 words. What's your opinion on it?
Ooh. I really liked it. If that's 3 words, I guess. Yeah.
4 words.
Ah, dang it. I really liked it.
You could just say really liked it.
Really liked it. There you go. I have my cousin despises that movie.
Oh, no. Okay. I have a story here.
Okay.
So I saw this with I can't remember who, family, friend, or someone like that.
Yeah.
And then my opening day, and then my dad took me 2 days later, and on the way up, we're walking up to the cinema, and we were talking, and my dad was laughing at, oh yeah, people are acting as if Jedis can't go into hiding and all that stuff, and he was laughing at all the people that were complaining about it for like hypocritical reasons, and that was fine. And then when we came out, he hated it.
Man.
Christmas Day last year, I was in Prague, and The Last Jedi came on, and for 2.5 hours, me and him were arguing on Christmas Day.
Oh man.
And like no, and the thing is, it basically consists of, and I don't think he's watching this, but if he is, you're wrong. The point I was making was, think of it however you like. It's a good film. It's a good film. Whether you think it's a good Star Wars film or not, well, whatever. I don't really care. But it's a good film.
Exactly.
And then he'll say, no, you can't say it like that. Yes, you can. Talk to the High Top. But
wait, did High Top like it?
Hold on. Oh, Letterboxd. Hold on. I'm going to see if I'm logged in on Letterboxd. But yeah, so we were arguing that whole afternoon, and he refused to. But at a point, he'd get to a point where he'd go, "Oh yeah, but it was a great film. It was a great film, but it just wasn't a good Star Wars film." And I'd say, "Yeah, that's my point." And then he'd come back at me and say, "Well, no, but something." And then we'd just be going in a circle, and it's just, why are you even?
I think a lot of, because a lot of the people I know personally don't like it. My grandma, she drives me crazy because whenever I bring up Star Wars, she brings up that she didn't like the Last Jedi. I'm like, why? But I don't know. That's still one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite. I think Empire is probably still my favorite, just because I like it so much.
Yeah.
And I would consider that. I think I rated it. I think I gave Empire 5 stars, either that or 4.5. But I think The Last Jedi I've landed at a comfortable 4, tipping on 4.5, because I think it's really great. But a lot of other people seem to not think so. And I don't know. I can see their points, but I don't see why that would drag down, like why that would affect their view of it being a good movie. Because I think just from, if that was just released as a movie, people would probably like it. But with past Star Wars stuff, and a lot of people I know complain about how it's so similar to the original trilogy in plot points, which I don't care. I don't mind, whatever. But that's what they complain about a lot, and I don't see it as a problem really, because it still turned out a good movie.
Oh, if you're hearing this on this, I resorted to the final resort to find out if High Top likes this.
Did you go on YouTube?
Oh, I could have just gone on whatever. So what I'm doing is just gonna follow High Top, just so when I go on Last Jedi, he'll pop up at the top.
Yeah.
And then I'll unfollow him, because come on.
Do I follow High Top Film? I think I do. I don't remember.
The Last Jedi film.
But just to fill space while you're looking for that, I think...
hypocrite.
That was pretty good. What did he rate it?
2.5 stars.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. Whatever.
I've heard him say he loved it before, though. On something, I heard him say he loved it, and on other thing, I'm not really sure. I assumed it was going to be like 4 stars.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would have guessed. Because a lot of the people...
He's pretentious enough to like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's an artsy enough... It's definitely leaning more towards the artsy side with Ryan Johnson.
Unless you're Ralph the Movie Maker.
I don't think I've ever...
Make it super artsy.
I don't think I've ever watched more than just one Ralph the Movie Maker video.
Oh, I like him.
I need to watch his stuff because people keep suggesting it to me. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, don't start with his newest stuff though. Start like 2016, 2017ish. If you jump to like his Justice League review, you're not gonna understand. There's lots of in-jokes in the Justice League video
Okay.
that you wouldn't get unless you've watched. Like if you're the other ones, if you watch his Homecoming review, if you watch his Batman v Superman one is a big one. The Man of Steel one is a big one.
Okay. Oh, that's...
Yeah.
I guess I watched... I own Man of Steel on DVD.
Why?
I don't... Oh, wait, no. I remember why now. I think... Yeah, no, I was at Walmart, and I think Wonder Woman had just come out, and they had a bunch of the DC EU films up on, like, a display, and you could buy one of them for, like, $5 and get a free movie on Vudu. So I bought Man of Steel because I hadn't seen any DC movies at that point, and I'd heard Man of Steel was really good from Jacob Suggs, which I do not agree with his take of Man of Steel at all. But yeah, I'm not impressed by Zack Snyder so far from what I've seen. But yeah, that's why I own it on DVD. I had bought it for $5 one time, and I got it. I don't remember what movie I got with that, but yeah.
Okay, so Man of Steel I own. Of similar kind of reasons. My dad doesn't like. My dad shoved the Dark Knight films down my throat. Hates The Last Jedi, so you can already tell what type of person he is.
Oh man.
And he always talked up Man of Steel, saying it's a masterpiece. And
I
got the DVD in like 2015, and I watched it, and I just closed my eyes, and it's like, oh, wait, why is Superman destroying all these buildings? Oh man. Wait, why did Superman stab his neck? And it's just, like you couldn't be more of worse. You know, you couldn't have a worse interpretation of Superman.
I don't even mind. I'm not a big Superman guy. I'm not a big DC guy in general. I was never into it as a kid. I wasn't into Marvel either. I'm not really biased towards either one, I don't think. But I was just not very into superheroes. But I don't mind Superman's interpretation in Man of Steel. I just think it's a pretty bad script. Like, they don't write Superman well as a character. But
you remember that tweet in which I said, just a random, why do you hate Shazam?
Mm-hmm.
And I had like 4 people going, wait, well, it wasn't me, I love Shazam. Oh, it wasn't me, I love Shazam. Oh,
I was gonna reply, wait, I liked Shazam. And then I realized that was like all the replies, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stick it out.
Yeah, because actually, I never thought a tweet like that would catch Tom, who, again, I've idolized for a bit. He came on the podcast. It was a terrible episode. I want to get him on again soon. Feel free to come on. I know he doesn't watch these. Otherwise, he would have heard me praising him to death for the past few weeks. But past few podcasts. But he is subbed because he was on one.
Yeah.
And so what? But yeah, do you know who I was talking about?
Who?
No, in the Shazam tweet.
Oh, no, I have no clue.
You've not... It was Cap. Cap hates Shazam.
Wait, what? How did I miss this?
Oh, because I had a conversation with him earlier, and I thought it'd reveal all. Well, I basically said, because he praised Shazam, and I said, yeah. So I responded, but I thought you didn't like Shazam. And he went, I don't. It was just that, no, I don't.
Oh, man.
There was no... Oh, and I just And then it was, I just like some of the fun, wacky things to do. But yeah, Cap hates Shazam.
Oh man,
And I love it.
I didn't. There were parts of it I didn't like. Like I can see why people might not like it, but it's such a wacky, fun movie that
so fun.
I really enjoyed watching it. I think we went and saw it in the Dollar Theater. We spent like $1.50 per ticket to go see it.
Oh, decent.
Yeah, no. I think it was. We only spent like $6 to go see it. That was like our whole family. That was insane. But yeah, I really liked it. I had been like waiting to see it because a lot of the people I follow had been saying it was pretty good, and yeah, I would say it was pretty good. Not like a masterpiece, but
Yeah, I didn't watch it in theater because I thought it's gonna be another situation like Wonder Woman or.
Oh man.
Like Aquaman was dreadful.
Oh my goodness, my dad loves Aquaman to no end. And I don't know why.
Cap has Aquaman at 5 stars.
What? Oh my goodness.
It's really high. It might not be quite as high as a 5. But again, sorry if the audio's been bad and you're hearing this through the buzzing sounds. Okay, so let's go list and look for his DCU list.
I used to have a superhero movie ranked list, but then I didn't want to keep up with it because I had been watching more and more superhero movies, and I'm like, eh. So I ended up just stopping it.
Okay. So Aquaman, he put it at 4.5 stars.
I think if Shazam. I feel like Shazam excels at what Aquaman failed at for me, at having a fun wackiness, because Aquaman is wacky to an extent, but they didn't go all out weird with it. It kind of felt tonally divided to me, but that was...
Okay, so I take the mick out of his letterbox a bit, and he's never taken the mick out of mine, but I want him to. So this is going to be another bait for him to take the mick out of my letterbox. Do you want to hear his DCU ranking?
Sure.
It's horrific.
Oh, man.
So it's Aquaman at 4.5 stars. Wonder Woman at 4 stars. Off to a bad start. Then, no, this is where it gets bad.
Okay.
How is this one so high? Batman v Superman.
I have not watched it, so I don't know.
And then Man of Steel 4th, which he's given a 2.5 stars. And then it's Shazam.
Gonna have to disagree with that.
and then it's Justice League and Suicide Squad.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't watch Suicide Squad either, because I was like... Did that come out 2 years ago? I want to say?
2016.
2016. So that would be 3 years ago. So I would have been...
Just about 3 years ago now.
I would have been...
14.
14, yes. That's why. I was like, why didn't I go see it? But yeah, no, that's why. I was barely allowed to watch Marvel films at that point, so...
Yeah, I turned up at the theatre, because over here it was a 12 when I was 13. I was 13.
Yeah.
And we turned up, we went to the desk, asked for a ticket, and then the person said, nah, it's a 15, which is just R.
Yeah.
It's not. And it's like, no, it's not.
No.
Up there it says it's a 12. I'm over 12. I'm so glad I didn't go see it though. I'm so glad that money wasn't wasted.
So you didn't end up going and seeing it afterwards either? No?
I saw it on DVD or whatever later on, and boy am I glad I didn't watch it.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't seen enough of the DCU to totally disagree with Cap's ranking. I probably wouldn't put Aquaman above Shazam at all, ever, but maybe Wonder Woman. I didn't hate Aquaman like some people, but I didn't exactly I didn't think it was great. I think I gave it like a 2.5, 2, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 2.5.
But yeah, that I don't know about that.
Yeah, oh well. It is what it is.
We keep jumping back to Marvel and superhero movies, even though we were trying to talk about Star Wars.
I think we're pretty much done at this point.
Yeah.